I always thought that mercy was something you asked for when you have sinned against God. So I did not understand why I joined my prayer platform from the very first time and I saw them praying for mercy for 1 whole hour. I was like, are you guys chill? I haven't sinned today. It cannot be that serious. Little did I know that there was more to mercy than my mind understood at that time. And to be very honest, I don't think anyone has fully grasped the weight of God's mercy.
Lights, camera, action.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, God Blessing Oji, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome, and if you're here before, thank you for coming back. In this video, we'll be talking about mercy, God's mercy. This is one of the most beautiful things that everyone has been enjoying and want to continue enjoying. Honestly, whether you know it or not, you're already enjoying God's mercy, and that's a fact, okay? It's not a question, it is a fact. We are enjoying God's mercy because guess what? It is by his mercies that we are not consumed, not by your power, okay? It's by God's mercy, and I am here to talk about a little bit. So let's get right into this video. We're going to start by getting the general understanding of what God's mercy really is. God's mercy is the compassionate, unconditional act of withholding punishment deserved for sins and instead offering love, forgiveness, and new beginnings. It is a fundamental divine attribute, not just an action, but a part of God's character that brings comfort, protection, and opportunities for grace rather than condemnation. In a nutshell, mercy is a bundle. Mercy gives us what we need and not what we deserve. Romans chapter 9 verse 15 to 16 says, "For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on anyone I wish. I will take pity on anyone I wish." So then, everything depends not on what we humans want or do, but only on God's mercy. To understand this better and more practically, we're going to go ahead and look at the story of the man at the pool of Bethesda. If you don't already know the story, please go ahead and read it up. It's in John 5, 1 to 9. If you don't know what this pool of Bethesda is, it's a pool where the angel of the Lord goes at a certain season, and when he stirs it up, the first person to get into this pool gets healed of whatever sickness, disease that they came with. So the Bible talks about this man at the pool of Bethesda who had been there for 38 years. So if you want to understand this even more graphically, is that what it's called? You understand that this man had been there for 38 years, not just 38 years, 38 years of watching people come and go, watching people get healed while he was still stuck, unable to get into the pool, because before he could even try to get in, someone had already gotten there and had gotten healed, and he cannot do anything because the first person that gets in is the only person that will get healed. So now when Jesus came around, Jesus saw every other person seated there, saw all the other infirmed people, but he went straight to this man because the Bible makes us to understand that this man had been there for 38 years, and Jesus saw him and he knew how long he had been there for. He saw how he was lying there. He knew this man had been here for such a long time. And he went to him and he healed him. Bear in mind, this man did not answer the right questions, yet Jesus healed him. This man did not know Jesus, yet Jesus healed him. It just shows you the weight of God's mercy. Like the Bible said, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy on. I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion on. It's not even about what you did right or what you did wrong. It's about God's mercy at the end of the day. Furthermore, we are going to look at the story of the prodigal son. This is one of the most popular stories in the Bible. We have watched it in movies, we have read it up. It is literally everywhere. And if you want to read it up, please go ahead and do so. It's in Luke 15, 11 to 32. This is a story of a son that went to meet his father to give him his own inheritance. And the father did not even stress it. He did not argue with him. He gave him his inheritance. And guess what this guy did with it? He traveled to a far country to waste the money on harlots and reckless living. And guess what? He wasted every single thing, and he got to the point where he had nothing left. He was slaving himself away, and he got to a point where he said to himself, there is love at home. I need to go back home and actually enjoy what my father has got. But this time around, I don't think I deserve to be his son. I'm going to go back and ask my father to make me part of his hired servants. I don't deserve to be your son, father. Just make me your servant. I'm going to be your slave. because I realized that you have more to give me than wherever I'm coming from. That was what he had in his mind to say to his father. And guess what happened, guys? At his return, the father saw him from a far distance and he ran to him. He hugged him and he kissed him. This father did not even think that this son just spent his money. He did not even consider that. He did not let that stop him from loving upon his son. He went straight to hug and kiss the son. Can you beat that? And the son went ahead to, try to say all the things that he had prepared to say to his father, ask for mercy, and also ask his father to hire him as part of his hired servants. And his father was not going to allow him finish that sentence. Instead, the father called for his servants and asked them to bring a new robe, shoes on his feet, and also a ring on his finger. And he also ordered for them to kill the fatted calf so they can throw a party down to celebrate the return of his son. Guys, can you beat this story? I feel like this story is so beautiful. It shows you the mercy of God to the undeserving, to the ones who it feels like they have lost their chance, but mercy is still there speaking so mightily on their life. This is what the mercy of God looks like. Honestly, I could go on and on and on and on and on recounting the many times God showed his people mercy in the Bible, but I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm just going to stop here. God's mercy is a bundle. I see God's mercy as a bunch of keys to a house or a MasterCard, and this key can unlock any door that you want. And the best part is that this key is available to all. All you need to do is to ask. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 16 says, "Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need." So all you need to do is to ask for mercy. The examples of the doors that this key unlocks is salvation, healing, protection, preservation, deliverance from bondages and troubles, for God to do the unimaginable things, for God to restore you, and many other things. You can also ask for mercy for God to fight your battles. Honestly, when it comes to God's mercy, like I said before, it's a bundle. It's not a one side of it. It's everything. It does every single thing. It goes into every area of your life, every aspect. Anything you want to ask, you ask for mercy. If you don't know what else to ask for, if you don't know what else to do, you've gotten to the end of the road, what do? You ask for mercy. Like, that's how powerful God's mercy is. The amazing thing about God's mercy is that it shows up for everybody. Like, it does not matter who you are. God's mercy is well available for you. All you need to do is to ask. And sometimes you don't even ask. He just knows that you need mercy and he shows up for you. I can testify to the mercy of God because I've experienced it myself. And this was happening in my university. I mean, I've experienced the mercy of God many times, even down to this very minute, okay? So, but this particular one happened in my university. I went on this bad, terrible date, okay? It was such a bad date. I got to a point where I was stranded and I needed to get home. But now there was no cab, there was no bikes on the road, nothing. And I needed to get home as quick as possible. I did not know what to do. And honestly, as I'm speaking to you guys right now, I don't even remember if I prayed for sure. I don't think I did. I don't know if I did. But I remember a bike just come out of nowhere. And I stopped him and he stopped. And this man did not speak English at all. He did not understand any words of English. I was the one trying to, get into his own language. I didn't even know much. And he didn't even understand what I was saying because he understood the very deep, thick part of his tribe, right? You know how you have Yoruba and you have a very deep side of Yoruba. That was how it was for him. So he did not understand the normal surface level. He understood the very deep part of it. And I was trying so hard to communicate, but he wasn't even understanding what I was saying. Neither was I even understanding what I was trying to tell him. But anyways, this man took me home. And I understood that it was God that showed up for me. Like, I mean, we give thanks to God for everything he has done, right? But I feel like it was not until this year that I started to understand the weight of what God did for me. Because I don't even think I prayed about it. It was a bad date. Like, it was getting very scary. It was one of those scary things that you don't know how it will end up or whatever. But God showed up for me because the person I went on a date with, ended up just hovering around me. It was almost like he was plotting some evil around me. I don't know. I might just be the person overthinking it, but it just felt very weird. But God showed up for me in an unimaginable ways. What are the odds that this man showed up at the time that he showed up? And he did not even understand any words of English. Like if it's not God, what was he doing there? He wasn't even, according to what he was trying to explain to him, he doesn't even stay around there. What was he doing there? It was only God. It could have only been God, okay? Not me. I mean, I don't have powers to call him, right? So it was definitely God. So mercy of God is just everywhere. It's all around. It shows up for people like me at that time that didn't even know anything. I don't even think I prayed. Even if I did, like I was still not deserving. Like I genuinely, because God showed me so many times why I shouldn't go to that place. Like the tire of the bike I was on, the first bike, busted. A lot of things happened. I had cold feet. I still stubbornly went to that date, only for the date to end up being bad. And yeah, I was stranded. But guess what? The mercy of God was still very much available to pick me up in that very moment. And it baffles me so much that I did not even understand it. If to me it was just like, oh, I just laughed about it, oh, God showed up for me. I did not think so deeply about it. But now, seeing how life is and understanding how bad that journey could have easily turned out to be, I'm more than grateful to God for his mercy. With all of these scriptures and everything I've said so far, we can only come to one conclusion, and that is God is merciful. God is merciful. When you don't know what else to do, when you've gotten to the end of the road, when nothing seems to be making sense, mercy is what we turn to. Because the mercy of God never fails. Mercy is God's character. God never fails. So why would his mercy fail? His mercy will never fail. The Bible says that his mercy endures forever. So when you find yourself in a situation that you don't know what else to do, you have made the worst mistakes that you could possibly think of. Now you're faced with the consequences or whatever the case may be. You can easily run to God's mercy. The mercy of God is not for the deserving, it's for the undeserving, it's for every single person. Just come boldly to the throne of grace that you may obtain mercy. That is what the Bible says. Come boldly and obtain mercy. So we're not coming because we have done anything right, because we have checked everything. Because honestly, if it's by that, then I don't think we'll really qualify. But we are coming to mercy because we know that this is what the Lord has given to us. Like I would say again and again, it's not about what you've done in right, it's about God. It's about the mercy of God. So it's not about you. Take yourself out of the picture and just ask for mercy. Okay, when you're tired, when you've gotten to the end of the road, and sometimes you don't even need to get to the end of the road. From the very beginning of the journey, ask for mercy. Moses was not going to leave the city until God was going to follow them. And we know that God is mercy, so he knew that if God was going to go with him, there was no way that they were going to be destroyed on their way, okay? So I don't think you have to get to the end of the road for you to, start trying to find mercy. Find mercy from the beginning, okay? Start now. Like I said before, I'm going to say it again. The mercy of God does not give us what we deserve. It gives us what we need. So you might not deserve healing, but mercy of God is giving you the healing. You might not deserve the breakthrough, that wealth, that career breakthrough, but the mercy of God is giving it to you. It is a mercy that will come with. So I don't even think you should wait till you've gotten to the end of the road, till everything has spoiled, scattered. We can start from the very beginning to ask for mercy. The mercy of God is what we are going with. Like, don't do life without God's mercy. Honestly, I did not know this. Like, since I knew this, since I found this out, honestly, I don't be doing my life without God's mercy. Like, I feel like that's what I want to be on. I just want to know that God's mercy is speaking for me. If God's mercy is speaking for me, every other person is going to show me mercy. Honestly, that is what it is. Imagine in the Bible that Cain killed his brother. He killed his brother, and God put a mark of hatred on him or something, and he cried out to God, and he was like, if you leave this mark on my face, anybody that sees him would want to kill him. Guess what God did? I think God removed that mark, and he also placed a curse on whosoever that would try to kill him. Something around that. That's to show you how powerful God's mercy speaks for his people. Even for the people who have done wrong, he shows mercy on them. How much more his own children? how much more his own people who are crying out to him. So this is me encouraging you. If you find yourself in a situation where you don't know what else to do, just cry out to God for mercy, because honestly, that is the only way we go. Okay, it's not by your strength, it's not by your power, it's not of you that have done the best things, that put you can do every single thing right, but nothing will make sense. But mercy of God will go and speak for you in places that you cannot even speak for yourself. I do not understand the importance of praying for mercy. I thought it was just for people who have sinned. So for me to wake up on that morning and my pastor was praying for mercy of God, I was like, I haven't done anything today. Little did I know that this mercy that we're talking about is not for what I've done. It's for God to do much more in my life. But now that I understand better, I'm going to tell anybody that cares to know that, everything that you do, ask for mercy. Ask for mercy. Mercy goes to your future, it goes to your past, it does every single thing. Romans 9:15 shows us the sovereignty of God and that his mercy is for him to give. And honestly, that's a great news. So whether you have messed up, whether you're deserving, whether you're worthy, unworthy, it really does not matter. God can still show you mercy. All you need to do is to ask, because God's mercy is not by works. It is not a reward, it is a gift. So we should approach God's mercy with boldness and confidence. Instead of pride, let us respond to God's mercy with gratitude, because honestly, we are not deserving, but we receive mercy because of who he is, not because of what we have done. Now that we know we have obtained God's mercy, we should stop striving for approval. You don't have to earn God's love, you already have it. We should lean into God's mercy. We should pray for mercy and not perfection. We should trust God's decision even when we don't understand what he's doing. Finally, and very important, we should show mercy to others. If God has been merciful to you, you should extend that same grace to others. Romans 9:15 is meant to remind us that God's mercy is powerful, intentional, and undeserved, and that is the most beautiful part. So what are you to do today? Come boldly, and when God starts showing you mercy, don't brag about it. Don't brag that it was your effort that did it, because honestly, it is not by our strength but by the mercy of God. So let us always go about our day asking for God's mercy. Okay, ask for mercy, ask for mercy. He said we should ask, so ask. Never get tired of asking. Yeah, you might not get your answer yet, but don't stop there. Keep asking for mercy. If he said you should ask, just ask. He said he has not called the sons of Jacob to seek him in vain. So if you're already asking for mercy and it seems like you're not getting what you want, don't stop there. Just keep asking, keep pressing in, and keep depending on God's mercy. God is very ready to show you mercy today. Okay, so all you need to get to is to ask him. Just get into that. Like, his mercy has been made available to all, not some people, not to a particular set of people, made to all. So it does not matter who you are or who you're not. All you need is God's mercy to speak for you. When the Syrophoenician woman cried out to him for mercy and help, she was not deserving, but she cried out, and guess what? God still showed her mercy. God healed her child. So it does not matter who you are, whether the word says that you're not deserving, you're not supposed to have this, you're too young, you're too old, or you're too bad, the doctor's report does not look good. What do? We cry out to God's mercy. Honestly, every single day that we wake up, we sleep, we eat, it is God's mercy. So let us keep believing and keep holding on to God's mercy, because the mercy of God never fails. They are new every morning, and it goes from generation to generation. So if you want a blessing or healing or something to pass from one generation to another, it is the mercy of God that we come with, because the mercy of God ensures that whether we do right or we don't do right, his mercy will still speak for us. Okay, so ask for mercy at all times. I just said something very important here. The mercy of God speaks for us throughout generations. So even after you're done here, your children will still enjoy the mercy. If it's healing, the mercy of God is going to make sure to keep that even in the generations to come. So let us depend on God's mercy at all times in every situation. Let me know in the comment section, what does God's mercy mean to you before and even now? Have you always understood God's mercy, or you are just understanding it out. Let me know the journey so far in the comment section below. I cannot be the only one who thought all we needed to ask mercy for was when we sinned. I cannot be the only one, and if I'm the only one, then that's fine as well. That shows that everybody is right on track. And with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something. So if you learned something from this video, definitely like this video, share it. Okay, share it to someone who needs to hear this. Don't be stingy, don't hoard it, share it. Okay, extend the same grace, okay, to other people. So as you have watched this, share it to other people, okay? And also extend the grace to me, okay? Be kind to me, and also, you know, share the video, show people, let them watch this video. Share it on your Instagram story, your WhatsApp, anywhere. Just share my video, okay? And please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, okay? Turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, guys, I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.